Hi, I'm Bianca for Loose TV. We're here today at the Community Festival to speak to students and give you a rundown of what's been going on. And hopefully later we'll be talking to the new director of LSE, Professor Craig Calhoun. I'm here with the new director of LSE, Craig Calhoun. Craig, can you let us know why you came out here today to support the Community Festival?
Mainly because I think community is a great thing. The LSE students are enthusiastic and into it, and it supports scholarships for Africa, which is really terrific. Also, though, I'm out of shape and I need to work on it.
And you've taught in places as diverse as Beijing, Paris, Oslo, Eritrea. Can you put down your global impulse or your interest in the internationalization of issues to anything in particular?
No, I think if you're awake to the world, you see that every issue, if you care about environment and climate change, if you care about cities and urbanization, if you care about finance, it's global. There's no way not to be interested in that if you're serious about the world.
And speaking of global, you invited students this week to ask the director on Twitter if they had any questions.
Yep.
You also mentioned in orientation how LSE was originally founded in response to a new era which posed new questions and needed new kinds of knowledge. So what would you say are the biggest challenges that are facing this generation of students?
Well, there are a lot of them, from relatively personal issues, transformed job market, uncertainty about careers, through to national concerns and regional, the crisis of Europe. But I'd say on a global scale, the biggest issue is probably long-term environment, climate change, the cluster of ways in which we've been living off of a nature that we're destroying. But in addition, our inability to pull together effectively in the international community, which keeps creating conflicts that we have a hard time settling, keeps exposing a failure of regulation to govern some of our necessary systems of trade like finance, and keeps putting us at risk of failing to come to terms with a cooperative structure that will work for a new era. The world, Kofi Annan said it here yesterday, the world is changing as much now as it was when the United Nations was founded. So we'd better be changing the way we look at it too.
Wonderful. And finally, what legacy would you like to create here at LSE in 30 seconds?
The best LSE legacy is that this is a place where people have the crucial arguments about what's going on. They don't all agree with each other, but they all commit to getting the best possible knowledge to understand the issues they're arguing about. And as a result, they elevate the quality of the arguments.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for taking some time to answer those questions. Have a great day.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Bye-bye. Hi Loose TV viewers, we're here with Matt, the Activities and Development Officer. Matt, can you tell us a little bit about the Community Festival, for those of us who know nothing about it?
Okay. Well, the Community Festival was an idea evolved by Jules Green, one of our alumni, who said that we needed to join the alumni with the students here, and this is a great way to join them two together through societies and clubs. So also the Community Festival run is our focal point of fundraising, whereby people raise the money throughout the year to do the runs such around Lincoln's Inn as it is here. You can choose any distance you want, but the main idea is that all the money raised goes back into the clubs and societies, and also the funds are joined by the alumni donations, which helps to support the club and societies for events, any equipment they might need, and also hardship and scholarships through the LSE, the funds for those. And also we give 25% of all donations to the LSE African Initiative, which helps educate underprivileged children in Africa and helps build schools and also houses over there.
And how many students get involved with a day, roughly?
Last year we had around about 100 sign-ups, and this year we have over 400 sign-ups. So it's a massive improvement from last year. We learned a lot of lessons in terms, the weather has been quite lucky with us today. I know it's a bit cloudy, but last year it was pretty much downpour. And we also understood that what we need to do is show the societies what they can get out of it. So we've been putting a Houghton Street Festival on. We've had over 150 runners here, and last year we had about 50, so it's increasing every year. The idea is to get the message out there, to get the students involved, and also for them to pair it with the alumni, and also run with them, so they could commit maybe 2 alumni per society which maybe when they go outside of LSE they have experiences for job opportunities and also just general life experiences that they can share with the students.
That sounds really effective. And what other ways are the alumni getting involved with societies and students?
So this year we have loads of societies, especially like the Investment Society, the Fine Society, and also the Athletics Union. They bring in speakers, not only alumni but also guest speakers to come in and share their expertise, whether it be through the job markets, through maybe alternative sectors, and maybe even through sporting successes, such as this year we have the Black History Month where John Barnes is coming in and speaking. So it's great opportunities like that as well. And also we're looking to integrate the societies with the events that's happening across LSE. So yesterday we had Kofi Annan. So we have societies obviously like yourselves, Loose TV. It'd be great if you could go and interview those guest speakers and share those the questions that students want to get from them to the student population. We have obviously great media outlets. We just need to use them.
Wonderful. I can tell you right now that we all want to do that. We want to interview them and we want to share with all the students and get their interview questions asked. But thank you so much for joining us today, Matt.
Thank you for coming along.
No problem at all. We're here with Jack Tindale, the Communities and Welfare Officer. Jack, can you tell us why you personally got involved with the Community Festival today?
Well, I came into it last year essentially by accident, so to speak. I was just walking around, it happened to be on, and it was like fantastic just to see everything on. That's where I first met Matt, actually, because he made a big influence in actually setting it up last year. So it was just fantastic to come around this year and actually get properly involved or something. Because even though it was organised primarily through our A&D officer, I do think that it's the sort of thing that SAB should always get involved in as a whole. Because I mean, it's the community festival. I'm community and welfare officer, so I naturally think that if it's in the name, you should probably do it. But no, I just enjoyed getting involved and just seeing all the talents and all the way people have got involved. Some people have run, other people have done icing buns and doing food and interactive rowing and everything. It's been great.
That sounds brilliant. And what other things do you do? What are your other responsibilities as a community and welfare officer?
Well, I think I said a while ago that it's a little bit like Hufflepuff House in Harry Potter. Because, you have 4 houses, all of whom are people for very distinct character traits. Education officer, it's quite obvious, activities and development, societies and everything. The GenSec heads everything up. I do the rest. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that from time to time, because it's nice just to have such a wide-ranging portfolio, because it gives you more chance to focus on things. So I do stuff like accommodation, I help liaise with all the different liberation officers, doing stuff like pastoral care, so I think it's fantastic to do that as well.
And can I ask which one of the officers would be Slytherin?
Oh, apparently Slytherin is for the cunning and for the devious, but for the people who are fundamentally, brilliant and everything. So it would obviously have to be our illustrious General Secretary, Alex Peters-Day. She's absolutely phenomenal at that. Matt is almost certainly Gryffindor, and I think by logical explanation, Duncan, Ravenclaw was for the wise. It obviously has to be him, our great education officer.
Well, thank you for explaining. Who knew that Harry Potter had such relevance to communities and
I think, to be honest, there is a popular miniseries in this.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. It's nice to meet you.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Well, that's all we have time for today from the Community Festival. But we've heard from the director, from Jack Tindale, and our other SAB officer, Matt DeJesus, how much of a success today was and where all the money's going. Thanks for watching. I'm Bianca from Loose TV. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. See you soon.